Here are more things my students said this week that I found mildly amusing. Part 11. We had our semester exam today, and yesterday we had a Jeopardy style review, and the question was, this 1794 uprising tested Washington's leadership and the power of the federal government. And a kid said, the War of 1812. I said, are you for real right now? And they said, sorry, what is the War of 1812? I don't know why, but I was talking with a coworker about the cult in Waco, and then a student said, isn't that the Alamo? And I said, what? And they said, isn't that where the people drank all the Kool-Aid? And you know what? Never forget it. One of my students goes by a shortened version of his name, and another student asked him why that was his name, and he goes, I didn't choose my name. And then this previous student goes, well, obviously you can't choose your own name as a baby, otherwise you'd be named Goo Goo Gaga. And that was funny. That was more than mildly funny. A student asked me this morning, Mr. Jan, is Texas in Europe or in Asia? And I kept assuming I was hearing one of those three places incorrect. And I made him repeat himself like 4 times before I said, brother, we're in Texas. Texas is in North America. And then he went, oh, okay, you're right. And then just walked off. Lastly, right before the end of the day, after we had been testing, I had a group of boys ask me if they could go to the gym. I said, no. They said, can we please go to the gym? I said, no. And then they looked at each other and said, what if we beat him in a dance battle? And then they both just did a little jig and then looked at me and said, now can we go to the gym? The answer was still no. They said, Zog, we danced for you.